Hi Aries, it's Lynn from DevineCentral. I am here with your April 2022 tarot reading. We will review a few areas of your life and see what's in store for you for April. In the meantime, if you have not yet done so and are so inclined, please like and subscribe. That is how I will get more views. Thanks. Okay, so I'm going to switch cameras here for you. And this month I am using The Good Tarot. This is by Colette Baron Reed. And it was a gift given to me not that long ago by a very wonderful neighbor by the name of Wendy. So thank you, Wendy, if you see this. Anyway, this is what I'm going to be using today. So I will set this aside for now. It's kind of no good place to set it. So I will set it out of sight. So I've shuffled. This is a very thick cardstock, and it's very well coated. I mean, I think it would last forever. The nice thing about this deck is that it has no borders on it. So for people that don't like borders, it's a good deck. So here we go. Are you ready? All right. I'm ready if you're ready. Here we go. We have work. We have finances. We have your personal relationships or love relationships, family, friends, and your social life. And then we will have your personal development, be it physical or spiritual or emotional. And then we will end with a last word from Spirit or advice maybe for the month that they have for you, okay? So we are starting with your, that's kind of out of the way, isn't it? Let me work on that camera view. Actually, these cards are big enough that I should be able to drop this down. How's that? Is that better? I'm coming off my thing there. All right, let's try that instead. Okay, so you can see everything. All right, so the first card that we have is going to be for work. This is 5 of air, okay? We know air, the element of air, to be swords. So 5 of swords. Sounds like there might be a bully in the office, possibly. I oftentimes see this card as banging our head against the wall and never really getting ahead. I think that's probably more in line. That happens often. The whole 5 of swords thing is about about fighting, right? And it can be about fighting the good fight, but usually it's about winning the battle and not the war, okay? So it can kind of be a bully card. It can kind of be a negative card, thick with issues. But, when you see it at work, oftentimes, we're banging our head against the wall and for what? Because the bosses are not listening to our ideas, or maybe the people that we work with are not being helpful with us and not collaborating and working together. And so I think that you might have a little bit of that this year, or I'm sorry, this month, April. So I want you to notice, and let me see if I can get this up high enough for you to see, that this gal is on a very thin tightrope. Can you see that? Yeah, walking the tightrope. So that would stand to reason, would it not, at work? All right. And so she has all these other birds around her that are flitting around, but they're not actually willing to sit on a tightrope with her. Okay. So I think that you might experience a little bit of difficulty this month at work. You know what? Shrug it off. Pull back. Pick your battles. And I think that's the biggest advice for this month at work. Now, as far as your, oh my gosh, look at all the air. Look at all the air we have here. As far as your finances go, we have the 4 of air, or the 4 of swords. Okay. And I think this is basically a time to pull back. And nothing says pull back like the 4 of swords. And I think that's therein lies your advice for the month from Spirit. I think that oftentimes, this time of year comes up and it's kind of like right before, the Christmas holidays, where all of a sudden you have all this money you have to lay out for various things. And I think that, come spring, winter is over, spring is coming in, we have flowers we have to buy and plant, and fertilizer for the yard we have to buy, and maybe new clothes for the season. It's just a time where we just spend more money than other times. And so I think, oh, I have room for this box now. Here, don't I? And so I think that right now what Spirit is telling you is just a time to pull back a little bit and pay, maybe pay a little bit more attention. Sleep on a big purchase before you just go out and spend the money. And I'm sure that that too shall pass. For your personal life, we have the Three of Swords. Now, we normally look at this card. I'm looking at this. The Three of Swords. Wow. We typically see this with, in a standard Rider-Waite deck, we see this card with a heart on it and 3 knives stuck into the heart, and we feel it, don't we? But we know that this is about intellect. This is about thought processes. This is about how we can communicate, what we're thinking, not what we're feeling. I always say that. And it's like this person, it's really interesting because in this picture, you have 3 birds there. And all 3 birds, I can't get it any clearer, sorry. All 3 birds have these little crowns, like little queen crowns above their heads. So I think that oftentimes when we see this card, the Three of Swords, we think about maybe, I just think it's more, I think it's less about grief and loss and a little bit more, and it can be about loss. I just think it's a little bit more about regret and how, wounding with words, as Tom Benjamin would say. And I think that maybe we had a bad argument and we feel sorry about something we said that we can't take back, or possibly, even on a good note, threes are about expansion, and it could be about, deciding that this might be the month to share more, expand your horizons, take a risk of how it's going to come across, and go ahead and share maybe some feelings that you've needed to share for a while, and be ready to take the heat if they don't go over well. I think that might be more attuned with this month and what's going on here. As far as your family, friends, and social life goes, we have the Two of Air. So obviously something's going on, and here again I have crowns. I have like little queen crowns over the 2 birds that are in this. Can you see it? That are in this picture. So it's weighing now. It's weighing. I think that spring is a very busy time. And I think that maybe we've been kind of locked up since Christmas, since the holidays. And now I think it's a beautiful day. The sun is out. The air is fresh. And I think maybe people want to get out and they want to socialize a little bit more. And you've got friends and family and everybody wants to get together. And frankly, it's a busy time for you and you may not have time to do that. So you might be having to weigh whether or not you're going to, gosh, am I going to start working on the yard because I know I need to get working on the yard, or am I going to get out there and hobnob and visit with family or friends? So I think it's about just simply being on the fence and probably needing to communicate to your friends and family. If you have other things to do that need to take precedence, I think it's communicating that in a very balanced way. Finally, here we go. We have a 10 of Earth, or 10 of Pentacles. What a great card for your personal growth. I think that this is a card about security, either both financial security and security around us, security in our home, feeling safe and secure where we are. I think it's a safe time for you to venture into something new that you would like to develop, something new you would like to learn. It'd be a great time for it. And it's tens, are about, tens are about the results of completion. So you've completed something that is now leaving room or opening up room, either in your heart or in your psyche or intellectually, where it's time for you to now open that door to something new and bring something new in your life that's going to add value to your life. So what is the last word what is the word from Spirit, or the last word from Spirit? We have the 9 of Earth. So you know what? Whatever you wish for, 9 of Pentacles. Isn't that a great card? 9 is about, I call it my self card. This is about, typically in a Raider White, we see a woman there who's very privileged, standing in her garden with her, that's not a raven, what is it? The bird that she's got there. No bird in this one, but what she does have is she has a lot of peace around her. And I've always called the Nine of Pentacles my self card, right? Self-confidence, self-worth, self-resilient, a little self-indulgent. But this is somebody who's completely comfortable in their own skin. They don't need anybody else to take care of them. Everything is where it should be and as it should be. And she's pretty much done it on her own. So whatever now she wants to open up herself to and learn, it'd be a very, very good time to do that. So these are the cards that I see for April for you, Aries. I hope you have a really, really great month. I will see you every Wednesday, I hope, with my mailbag readings, and we'll come back and see what's up for you for May. Bye-bye.